Imagine living in a city where every street becomes a battlefield. Where ordinary teachers, students, doctors, and teenagers decide to fight one of the most powerful armies in the world. For 63 days, the people of Warsaw refused to surrender. They believed freedom was only days away. But help never came. By the end, their city lay in ruins, hundreds of thousands were dead, and one of the greatest acts of resistance in World War II became one of its greatest tragedies. Germany invaded Poland on September 1, 1939. Within weeks, Warsaw fell under Nazi occupation. The occupation was harsh. Thousands were arrested, forced into labor, or executed. The Jewish population was confined to the Warsaw Ghetto, where many later died during the Holocaust. Despite the terror, a secret underground resistance grew. It became known as the Polish Home Army, one of the largest resistance movements in occupied Europe. By the summer of 1944, German forces were retreating as the Soviet Red Army advanced toward Warsaw. Many Poles believed liberation was finally within reach. The Polish resistance feared that if Soviet forces entered Warsaw first, Poland's future independence could be threatened. So they made a bold decision. On August 1, 1944, at exactly 5 p.m., known as WWII hour, thousands of resistance fighters launched an uprising across the city. Most volunteers had little military training. Many carried outdated rifles. Some had only homemade explosives or pistols. Yet they attacked German positions across Warsaw, hoping to seize control before Soviet troops arrived. The first days brought hope. Resistance fighters captured several neighborhoods, government buildings, and supply depots. Citizens built barricades from rubble and overturned vehicles. Women served as nurses, messengers, and fighters. Children carried food, water, and ammunition through dangerous underground sewer tunnels. For a brief moment, parts of Warsaw were free. The Polish flag flew proudly over liberated districts. But the victory was fragile. Hitler ordered Warsaw to be destroyed. German reinforcements entered the city with tanks, heavy artillery, and aircraft. Entire neighborhoods were bombarded. Some civilian massacres became among the worst atrocities of the war. Hospitals, homes, and churches were destroyed. Food and water became scarce. Despite overwhelming odds, resistance fighters continued defending street by street and building by building. Every block became a battlefield. Throughout the fighting, everyone looked east. The Soviet Red Army had reached the outskirts of Warsaw. Many expected Soviet forces to cross the Vistula River and support the uprising. That large-scale support never arrived during the critical weeks of the battle. Meanwhile, British and American aircraft attempted long-distance supply drops, but many supplies fell into German-controlled areas. As days turned into weeks, ammunition, medicine, and food ran dangerously low. After 63 days of continuous fighting, the Polish Home Army could no longer continue. On October 2, 1944, the uprising officially ended. Surviving resistance fighters surrendered under agreed terms. Many civilians were forced to leave the city. German forces then systematically destroyed large sections of Warsaw after the fighting had ended. What had once been one of Europe's great capitals became a landscape of shattered buildings and empty streets. Although the uprising ended in defeat, it became one of history's most powerful symbols of courage and determination. The people of Warsaw fought not because victory was guaranteed, but because they believed their nation deserved freedom. Today, every August 1st, Warsaw pauses to remember those 63 extraordinary days. Sirens sound across the city. Traffic stops. People stand in silence. It is a reminder that courage is not always measured by victory, but by the willingness to stand for freedom, even when the odds seem impossible. The Warsaw Uprising remains one of the most remarkable acts of resistance during World War II, remembered not only for its sacrifice but for the enduring spirit of a city that refused to surrender.